Hello everyone, this is Spliced, and today I'm going to be talking about where I've been uploading, why I haven't been uploading that much recently, where my streams have been. You guys have been noticing, maybe if you guys are active on my channel, you'll notice that I've been doing a stream like once a week, uploading a new video like once every 4 days, when normally I'd be doing everything every day. And it all just stems from fatigue from the game and just a lot of other things, but I'm going to be more general in this video and just give you guys an understanding. I don't want to be in the dark about this anymore. And the longer you go in the dark about it, the harder it is to come out of the dark and just like pretend like everything's okay. So I'm just going to level with you guys and be 100% honest. For Honor has been a very, very stale game for me at this point, because the updates that are coming with it, or the updates that are promised to come with it, uh, in the foreseeable future, show no signs of improvement of the game in my view, and I'm going to explain that right now. But before that, I just want to explain why I haven't been uploading. So normally I would be uploading every single day, regardless if it's a regular just dual commentary video or if it's a montage or something. And I've grown tired of doing so. Not because I don't want to give you guys content. By all means, I really want to provide you guys with entertaining content. I know a lot of you guys look forward to my videos, and I want to make sure you guys are happy every day. Which is why it's more frustrating for me the longer I take to upload a video, and then that stacks on top of that, and it's some weird like mental process that happens. But pretty much, I don't want to provide content that, in my opinion, is stale, doesn't have any substance to it, and would be repetitive and boring. I'm not sure exactly if you guys do enjoy just regular dual commentary content that much. But I've been seeing some comments enjoying it, but I've been seeing more and more comments starting to criticize the gameplay more instead of people just enjoying it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do appreciate the criticism and people trying to help me improve. But at this point, I'm not really interested in trying to improve in the game, because I think I've hit the wall where it doesn't really matter how good you are at the game. It'll just come down to how fast you can press the dodge or parry button. And I I really want this game to be good. I've said it like a lot of times. I do really enjoy this game. I would not be uploading content for you guys or playing the game still to this day if I didn't. But when it comes down to me wanting to get onto the game, that is all gone. I don't really care that much about getting on this game. The content that has been shown, and everyone knows what it is now, and 100% they're ready to see what it is. Like everyone knows, we had hands-on content, hands-on to this content. After all that went by, it has only decreased my expectations of Marching Fire like exponentially, because to me it is just fluff content. Where what I mean by that, where it's like a new game mode, um, a PvE game mode, and 4 heroes and 3 maps. That is being sold, by the way, for $30, and I'll get into that later. But pretty much, it's what I mean by fluff content is just content that adds stuff to the game, but doesn't fix the inherent problems of the game. There are many, many, many problems with this game that have been around since day one that have not been addressed or fixed or even mentioned. One of them being like just stamina problems with all the heroes. And the thing that gets harder and harder to get on this game every day is, as a player that plays it every day, that records content and tries to entertain every day with this game, you will end up reaching a wall where you will be constantly seeing the same problems every single day and have to face them every single day, knowing that if you were to go against a certain character and play as another certain character, the chances of you winning are so exponentially low because of just the skill gap difference in just being that character alone. By pressing just 1 or 2 buttons with it, makes it that much stronger than playing another character that just has no mix-ups or movesets that'll work. And I'm just using this as an example against, like, players that actually know the game fully and have played it just as long as me. Um, it's a little frustrating because it's less of a game that requires skill and more of a game that's just tic-tac-toe, where if you put an X in the top right corner, they're going to put an O in the bottom left. Like, it's that kind of thing. And it's just a little hard for me to find enjoyment out of a game that has been more of a on the rails kind of game now, instead of a game where I'm controlling if I win or lose the game, the match. Which is why my passion in trying to become better at the game has kind of faded. And I know you guys might be suggesting for me to play another character. It's just going to be the same thing. I'm going to quickly learn all the movesets and how to play this character to the max, and it's just going to reach the wall where I'm going to have counters. And I understand that there's supposed to be counters in fighting games, but these are hard counters that, like, some characters just can't be beaten no matter what, and it's kind of frustrating that way. And Marching Fire will not be fixing any of these issues. They'll be adding 4 new heroes that may potentially cause even more problems. They said they're going to be buffing them, which is good. I'm glad that they're buffing characters that are coming out and letting us know, instead of saying that this is the final product. I would like buffs for characters that may be, of concern that they're going to be not that great. But they might overbuff them, then they'll be really powerful. Like Tiandi, when he first appeared, was really, really powerful. OP even, you might even argue. So anyways, getting off track, there's that. And streaming has been a little bit even harder for me as well, because of a constant live chat that, you guys, obviously, if you guys have been in my streams, I have not been, super smile, happy, upbeat back since season 2, where I've been actually looking forward to the new content. And there's 2 more seasons on the season pass for us to look forward to for content. So with every season that comes by, and the longer it takes for these problems that have been around since the beginning of the game to be addressed or fixed, you start to realize the interests of where the game is being headed. And it looks to me like, after looking at all these content updates and changes that have been coming, that the interests are into new players. And I'm going to say that you can't bring in new players if the foundation of the game is fundamentally flawed. It just doesn't work. You can bring in new players temporarily for maybe a month or so, but they're going to be gone instantly. And I can prove that if you look at the Steam charts, which I'll pull up on screen right now. There's currently less than 8,000 players, maybe even less than 9,000, something around there. And the significance of that is that seems like a lot of players, yes, but 90% of them are new players, and 10% or less are players that currently have been playing since the beginning. And the difference between that is there is a matchmaking wall between new players and current players, which is good. You don't want to have new players come into the game and run against someone who's had 2,000 hours and just stomp them. I totally understand that. But it makes the game completely dead and unplayable for the current players, because you're going against the same people all the time over and over again, where the new players, they get to fight whoever they want, which makes the game look like it's a new, fresh game. Here's the problem, though. The game was at 300,000 players over a month ago, or a little bit over a month ago, because they sold the game for free again, where you can own it, just like they did in E3 for a week, and you could own it. If the game was free, completely free, a AAA game that was completely free, that everyone could just own, and then start grinding for the new heroes or whatever, and it goes all the way down to 8,000 people, do you really think that selling a $30 Marching Fire pass for one season will bring back or bring new players into the game? Personally, I don't believe it will. I think there will be a surge of players, but it will die very fast. I want to compare Marching Fire to Forsaken DLC of Destiny. For those who do or do not know, I've been playing Destiny recently, Destiny 2, and I'm not going to defend Destiny in any way. I think the game is problematic beyond belief. There's so many problems with the game in my personal view. There's a lot I do not like about the game, but I was so exhausted from forcing myself to get onto For Honor every single day and play the game. I needed something else. I just needed something else to play. Destiny 2 Forsaken came out. I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll just buy it. I'll just play it. And for the time being, I've actually been having a decent time of enjoyment. The raid is a lot of fun. The content in the game is somewhat to be desired for more, but there's stuff there to do. So let's talk about the launch of Destiny 2 versus the launch of For Honor. For Honor is a skill-based game, where Destiny is a grind-based game. You can argue that Destiny has skill as well for PvP or PvE related stuff, but that's going into more specific subcategories. I want to talk about the general idea. For Honor is supposed to be an arena-based game where you're supposed to outwit your opponent and beat them. Destiny is supposed to be a grind-based game where you're supposed to level up your character and make your character improve by playing the game longer and grinding. Destiny 2 at launch had no grind in a grind-based game. For Honor on launch is a skill-based game with arguable skill, but at the end there's a skill ceiling that when everyone reached it, they realized the problems with this game. Thus, this game became less of a skill-based game and more of a matchup-based game. In Season 5, they reworked the heroes. This is when they started reworking the heroes. And this is when the disappointment started getting bigger for me as time went on, because new heroes weren't coming out, which is a way of making the game fresh in a way, because there's new mechanics and stuff like that. So Season 5 comes out. There's 5 reworks, technically. Nobushi, Nobushi, Berserker, Highlander, Conquer, and Kensei. Out of all 5 of these reworks, only one of them, in my opinion, was good, and that was Kensei. Kensei has been turned into a perfect character, in my opinion. Not too powerful, but not too weak, and has a good set of mix-ups. Conquer has become way too overpowered. Berserker is good, but has problems of his own due to forcing turtling because of the way he's built. Nobushi was barely changed, so she probably needs some more as well. And Highlander has become busted beyond belief as well. So here's the problem with these reworks is Conqueror's problem was the fact that he only had one thing to him, and that was Shield Bash. Everyone was just using Shield Bash for Conqueror because everything else was too slow or just didn't do any damage. So what did they do? They give him all these soft feints for his shields for mix-ups. They give him a unblockable. They give him an all guard that gives him an unblockable. All these great things. What do people use? They use the Shield Bash still because they buffed the Shield Bash again. They made the Shield Bash, you're allowed to use it instantly, which is something that guarantees a light. In my opinion, I don't think that characters that guarantees lights are a good character. Like Headbutt into light, Centurion's kick into light. I know the kick is very easy to dodge, but it still guarantees a light, and I just don't think that that's a good mechanic. It's just not a good mechanic because it promotes people to spam the same thing over and over and over again, especially if it's safe, like the Conqueror's Shield Bash. So there's that, and everyone just kept spamming the same thing, so Conqueror's literally just the same character since his rework, and they haven't made a single change since Season 5 for Conqueror, even though he's blatantly overpowered and everyone can see the problems with him. And, like, this is the trend that's been happening with the reworks, except for Season 6 and 7, in my personal opinion, I think the reworks are bad. You gotta look at it this way, guys, the way I see it, hopefully. These reworks, yes, they make changes to the characters, but they're not changes that will fundamentally keep the game fresh for the character every time you play it, because everyone's going to learn the character's reworks within a week or less, and then it's literally the same thing since before its rework. He's the same character. Warden had a shoulder bash problem where the only thing you could really do to make him viable was his shoulder bash. And what did they do? They literally made him the same character. He's still a shoulder bash heavy character. Can't really get any other attack out without having to do a shoulder bash. The zone into top heavy could be argued as some kind of new move, but really that doesn't do anything. The top heavy unblockable is really useless. I think that the second top heavy is just a useless thing. They should have increased the speed or made some sort of soft feint. I think soft feints are the future of this game, but I'm not going to explain that in this video. I'm just going to say that the reason why I'm not excited for reworks to come for new heroes right now is because the current reworks that have been put into the game, in my opinion, are bad. They're just bad because all they're doing is they're just giving they're adding speed and damage to a hero. They're not giving them new moves. You can argue that a dodge forward heavy with a warden is a new move, but it's pretty much just for roll catching, and that's not something you really normally see in a fight. People don't roll away too much. They can, yes, but sometimes even when they roll away, the roll catch doesn't even work, which is whatever. I don't think that the Warden is a good rework. I don't think the Valkyrie is a good rework. I really think Valkyrie's the same character. If you really think about it, characters with a static guard has been the same fight for Valkyrie since day one. She does a heavy, and she soft feints into a shield bash. That's what she did pre-rework. That's what she does now. You can argue that she does a dashing light, or a side light or whatever, but that's literally what she also did in preseason. After that, if she hits you, now the light is guaranteed. And compared to before, it was not guaranteed. That is a bad mechanic. I don't think that is a good thing to have in the game, because that promotes literally just heavy soft feint to shield bash into light. That's all you see Valkyries do. To open, at least. To open. It's not a smart thing to do for a character. I think it's a lazy thing to do for a character. And she's literally the same thing with just sped up attacks and slightly more damage. I don't think that she is a good character. I think she's the same. And I don't want people to defend their characters after they've been reworked unless they totally 100% believe that is a good character. Let's go to Orochi. Orochi's the same character on PC. The problem with Orochi is that you can't open other enemies and you can't do anything with the character. They argued when they reworked the character that she was based to react on attacks. Well, there's another character that reacts on attacks, and that's Lawbringer, and that character is god-awful right now. Orochi is terrible on PC because all she has is lights and heavies, and that's literally what she had before. There's nothing new. Just sped up attacks. She didn't even get extra damage, I don't believe. It was just sped up attacks. And then there is Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is arguably a good rework, but she's also been nerfed in damage. The only thing that she has going for her is her heavy into top light, and the reason why she's still kind of a viable character is because she has an unreactable zone. And when I say unreactable, I mean a zone that 99% of the time, when used on someone, it will not be parried. You can argue that you're a parry god and you've been parrying zones since the game came out, and congratulations, I applaud you. But literally every single person in the game cannot parry a PK zone consistently, and that is fact. You cannot tell me that you're fighting a PK regularly and then she does a zone and you parry that. You can't tell me that that's true. And even if it is true, the fact that the attack is so fast and that is one of her main attacks is a scary thing, because that means that that's what they think that the game is meant to have, is really fast attacks that are unreactable. Roman told me personally that that's what he wants the Peacekeeper to be, a really fast character, and the zone to be an opener. I don't believe it. I don't think it's a good change for the game. I don't think that's a good angle to look at it. And I'm not going to talk about any more heroes. I'm just saying that when they advertise characters, reworks, game modes, I don't think it will keep players. I don't think it'll bring new players, because a week or so after the game comes out and the update comes out, paying $30 or not, people are going to see the same fundamental problems, stamina problems, guard problems, matchmaking problems, fighting the same people problems, the meta problems, meta slaves, people that just play the top tier characters because they know they'll win with them, all that stuff. People will see this problem that has not been changed. The older heroes will still have their OP or underpowered benefits and D benefits. The new heroes won't make a difference. It'll just be the same game. And the game will die. The game will die. I don't want it to. I want it to be fixed. But at this point, I just don't see hope for it. I really don't. And that's why I haven't been uploading. It's hard to get on this game when I reach a brick wall with it. I can't improve myself. I can't find enjoyment. All I can do is Duel and Dominion and sometimes Brawl on PC. The game doesn't have any players in it to play anything else. And that is why I haven't been uploading. I will try to push to upload videos. I do very much enjoy YouTube. YouTube is always something I will enjoy. But as it stands, I just can't see myself enjoying the game even when Marching Fire comes out. With that being said, I hope you guys do understand. I'm sorry that I can't be happy. I want to be happy. But I'll try to upload more content for you guys in the future. I always enjoy YouTube. I'll never hate making videos for you guys. So whenever I upload a video, don't think I'm resenting doing so, or when I stream, I'm resenting doing so. I love streaming. I love entertaining you guys. I love seeing you guys in the streams. But with that being said, hope you guys did enjoy this video. This is just a general reasoning of why I'm not been uploading and why I don't really enjoy the game at the moment. If you guys want more detail, maybe I'll make a second video and I'll go in depth. But with that being said, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.